Hello and welcome to our first ever video for our first ever series in the Minecraft Ionia channel. In this series we're about to start here, our goal is going to be to take the average player or maybe even the new player to Minecraft and teach them all the basics and even all the more advanced things to know in Minecraft. The reason we're doing this is because here in our Ionia server, we actually get a lot of players who are newer and kind of, average to below average Minecraft experience level. We get a lot of them in, and we also have expert players like myself who tend to teach a lot of those players new things. And so I'm going to make a series for you guys, so that anyone who's brand new to Minecraft, or if you're average and just want to advance to that expert level, no matter where you're at, you can advance to that next level and learn some good tips and tricks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start right at the bare basics: how to survive your first day. Now, I know there's a lot of videos out there that go over this already. I'm definitely not the first person on YouTube to make a tutorial on how to survive your first day, but I do feel like a lot of those videos do it all wrong. They teach you real complicated ways to do it. I'm going to teach you a real simple way to survive your first day and set yourself up for success going into day number 2. And this is going to be great, especially if you play like Hunger Games servers, or if you play really any server at all. You want to get established nice and quick. You don't want to waste too much time doing that. So, looking here, you've probably noticed that the clock is ticking, meaning that that sun is moving upward. It's also going to eventually work its way over here, and it's going to become nighttime. And when that happens, darkness will be over the land, and mobs or monsters, mobs is what we call them here in Minecraft, they will spawn pretty much everywhere. Now, mobs can also spawn in any area where there's a lot of shade, any area where there's darkness. Mobs can spawn underneath the ground, mobs can spawn, and it doesn't matter what time of day. If there's darkness, they can spawn. So keep that in mind. Now, for controls, to move around, W, S, A, and D, just like most games, that's how you're going to want to move around. Go ahead and get a feel for that. Use your mouse to kind of look around. So if you turn your mouse left, you look left. Turn your mouse right, you look right, up, down, etc. Pretty straightforward. Left click to hit things. See, I just hit this grass here and the grass broke. And spacebar to jump. You can also hold control to sprint, as seen here. If you jump and sprint at the same time, you'll go faster. You don't have to really worry about that now. And so those are your basic controls. Now, we're going to want to go ahead and swim over here because there's wood. These trees provide us wood, and wood is the very first resource you're going to want to get. So when you first join a server, once you've found the rules, once you know what you're looking for, once you know whether or not you like it, as soon as you're ready to start playing, get wood. That's going to be the first thing you're going to want to do. And to do this, you're just going to want to walk up to a tree and hold down the left button as seen here, the left mouse button. So I'm going to do that again. And when you're new, you don't want to waste much time. Again, we're surviving our first day here. The clock is ticking. We don't need a ton of wood. We just want about roughly 10 logs here. So you'll notice, if you look at the bottom of the screen here, you'll notice that every time I break one of these things, in that little bar at the bottom, a little log appears, and now it says 11. So usually, now I've broken 2 trees now, and usually after you've broken 10 trees, you're probably going to be around 11 pieces of wood, 10 pieces of wood, somewhere around there. So that's what you need, no more, no less. Now go ahead and press E once you've done that, and you'll notice that you've got this whole inventory here. So this is your inventory. You've got 3 vertical bars, and you've got 9 horizontal bars. That makes 27 up here, and then 9 more down here, for a total of 36 spaces in your inventory. But right now we don't need to fill that up. We don't need to worry too much about that. We just need to know that it's there. So press E to adjust that. Oh, look, it started raining. So go ahead and take those oak wood logs now and drag them into this little box that says crafting, and you'll notice that in the output section here, this is the output. See how the arrow kind of points to this box? you'll notice that you've got 4 oak wood planks. So these are logs, these are planks. They are different. We're going to want to turn our logs into planks. Bam! We've just done so. Click that. We've now got 44 oak wood planks. Congratulations, you've got your first resource in Minecraft, or your first, usable resource anyway. So go ahead and stack 1 oak wood plank on top of the other, just like you can see here. And you'll notice you get 4 sticks. We're going to want these sticks, and in fact, go ahead, if you right click on each one, you can actually bring it up to 4. I accidentally brought this top one up to 5, but we won't worry about that. That'll allow us to make 16 sticks. I've just made 16 sticks. We're also going to want to make, and remember this recipe, this one's really important to know. The sticks are also important to know, but this one's especially important. This is your crafting table. Okay, this is the most basic tool used for all your recipes, or most of them anyway. This is going to be a very important thing to know how to make. So to do it, it's real simple. You just take the oak wood planks and you fill up this crafting box, and you've got yourself a crafting table. That simple. So take that, and now you're probably wondering, how do we use these items? Well, if you put anything in your bottom bar, it will become usable. If it's in this space up here in these 3 rows, this is your inventory. Think of it like your backpack. You can't use these items. They're not immediately available. But this bottom row, they're available. But they're not always in your hand. So to put them in your hand, use your mouse scroll button, or you can use your numbers, your number keys, either one, and you can scroll to your crafting table. Once you've done that, just right click on the ground anywhere, and this is how you place blocks. Like, notice I just put the crafting table on the ground, but I can also, I just scrolled over to the log. I can place, the plank. I can place the planks here too, as so. So go ahead and right click on the crafting table. This is how you use items in Minecraft. You right click them and take some of these sticks. You're going to want to put them in the middle just like that. This is the most important recipe you'll ever know here. This is how to make a pickaxe. So in Minecraft, let's talk about the name, Minecraft. Mining is a big part of it. A lot of people come into our server, a surprisingly high amount come into our server and think that they won't have to mine, like they can make money without mining. But once you're established, you can make money without mining. But early on, at some point in the game, you're going to have to mine. And in order to mine, you're going to need that pickaxe. So take the sticks and put them just like that, and then fill the top horizontal bar as such to make a T shape using the oak wood planks. And now, bam, you've got a wooden pickaxe. And you can see here, if you kind of hover your mouse over it, it's got a +2 attack damage. That's not much. If we got in a fight with a mob, it wouldn't do a whole lot of damage. So go ahead and put another stick at the bottom, and now I'm going to teach you how to make a sword. That way you can defend yourself. You're going to want to be able to do that. So go ahead and take the stick, put it at the bottom, put an oak wood plank here, and really you'll notice the recipes tend to resemble the object that you're making. So this kind of resembles a sword, right? You got the handle, and then you got the blade. The T shape we made previously kind of resembled a pick, so on and so forth. So we've now got a sword, and that's really all we need. So go ahead and hold down the left mouse button to break the crafting table. Do that to get these other blocks if you still want them. I want them, so this early in the game, wood is definitely a valuable resource. And you'll notice that it's getting dark now. The weather is bad, so we can no longer see the sun, but it is getting dark, and generally speaking, you can see when the sun's starting to set. So we're going to want some shelter. And oh, look at that. See that from our tree? There's actually an apple. Sometimes apples will drop from trees. If that happens to you, take it, because we are going to want some food. There's also a pig over there. So let's go ahead and real quickly, before that sun goes down, let's get that pig. That way we have some more food, and the apple's not going to fill us up a whole bunch here. So there we go. So we've now got an apple, and we've got a little bit of raw pork. Let's go ahead and kill this last pig here. There we go. We got some more raw pork. We can actually cook that later on. There's one other pig I'm going to get on this little island here. Alright, so now that we've got some good amount of food, let's go ahead and find a nice spot, nice level spot, doesn't really matter where. Just dig down straight and hop in the hole. Cover it up, and bam, you've got a shelter. Now mobs could spawn in here. There is darkness, however, it's not particularly likely to happen. It's actually very unlikely, and that's why we've made that weapon. If it does happen, we can defend ourselves. A lot more mobs are going to spawn over ground. But what we're going to want to do now that it's going into nighttime is the first thing is we're going to want to find some coal, and bam, I mean, I just dug down right there. Coal's usually pretty easy to find. We got some right here, so let's go ahead and dig this up. This is going to allow us to light the place up. Now, you could have a little bit more difficulty finding it than I just did. It's pretty common, but it's not quite that common. So if you have a little bit more difficulty, just keep digging straight, maybe dig down a little bit more. You'll eventually find it if you keep digging. And the way we know it's coal, if it's not obvious, you know, this is stone, like it's just kind of a blank, like you can see here, it's just stone. But if you look here, it's got like the black mixed in with the stone. That black indicates coal. So take note of that. And we've now got ourselves 9 pieces of coal. I'm going to put that in our bar down here, and we're going to learn our next recipe. This recipe is a very important one. There's actually 2 of them. So the first is going to be how to make torches. Go ahead and place 2 sticks there. Put the 9 pieces of coal right there, and bam, you'll see the output is 4 torches. I just used 2 sticks so as not to waste much of the coal. We've now got 8 torches, and now time for the other recipe. We've got 8 cobblestones here. So if you really, you don't have to right click all of them. You can actually click and drag and it will divide the inventory. In either case, spread them just like this, and you've got yourself a furnace. Take that furnace, put them in your bottom row, and set them right next to your crafting table here. This is how a lot of players tend to have it. They got the crafting bench next to the furnace. That's their shelter. That's how we're going to do it in the tutorial. It makes things simple. We'll go ahead and place a torch here. We'll place another one here. And bam! I mean, we are now pretty much set to survive our first night. There's no further need for survival. In the next video, I'm going to teach you what to do overnight. That way you can set yourself up for success going into day number 2.